If you don't want to play karate with mosquitoes, don't forget the repellent. I forgot. Hello everyone, here's the promised video on practical witchcraft. But before we start, we need to cover some theory and safety basics. Well, until you're throwing fireballs, think about avoiding becoming bear food. Why a bear, you ask? Because we're heading into the forest. We know it's best to practice magic away from people and closer to nature. What kind of magic will we be doing? That, my friends, is a secret. Watch till the end to find out. Let's start with an overview of magical tools. Ideally, you'll need your own small witchcraft kit. It includes herb and crystal pouches with countless uses. These are concentrators used in meditations and rituals, energy accumulators or sources if charged earlier. In general, crystals are a must-have in witchcraft. A feather or fan symbolizes air and purifies space along with smoke and incense. Speaking of which, Eastern incense sticks or cones are most commonly used. Due to my training, I prefer herbal bundles. The knife deserves special mention. It's probably the most overused item in witchcraft, especially in rituals. There's Taos, Atem, Kilua, or the Vidov Golem. They're all essentially the same, different names for a ritual blade. It's a ritual sickle or knife, often with a black handle and sharp edge these days. Its use varies depending on the tradition. For herb gathering, which isn't ideal. For cutting unwanted channels and removing negativity, which is acceptable. In ritual magic, it's often used to direct energy. The knife became a magic wand, which isn't ideal. In modern practice, the knife also replaced ritual swords, again, not the best idea. Even a simple pointing finger is far more effective. I use 2 bone knives. One for herbs, one for witchcraft. Why? Bone conducts energy best, and metal can harm herbs' properties. As I practice witchcraft and voodoo, bone is a better conductor for me. We'll skip other craft tools that come with experience. Let's wrap up the camping gear review and move on to another key topic. Being a mage is cool, but being one without brain inflammation, even cooler. No tick shots? Pack repellent and treat your clothes. Better safe than sorry. Now let's talk about clothing. Robes and ritual gear are great for roleplay meets, but not for wet forest hikes. They get heavy when soaked. If it's part of your magical practice, bring your ritual stuff. Just know it might be impractical. For the journey, dress practically. Quick tip, contact lenses beat glasses for outdoor adventures. Always wear them on trips. It makes everything much easier. What else should we pack? Just a few things. Thermos, bandages, plasters, stove, lighter, knife, and firecrackers. Firecrackers, cheapest way to scare off big animals, unless you're a druid or that nature-loving meme girl, of course. You can try to reason with the bear, but I wouldn't risk it. Lastly, don't forget a portable charger. Unless you're a purist who insists on using a compass, what's the point? Do you need to carry a lot? Has the magic and romance vanished? Where are the dragons and elves? Who said it would be easy? Still want to learn witchcraft and magic? Then let's begin. I'll briefly explain myself and our forest activities. I practice witchcraft or sorcery. No, I don't kill for coins. I love the Witcher books and games, but I'm not role-playing. Witches predate Sapkowski's books by far. A dictionary defines Witcher as a healer, sorcerer, or wizard. In the context of Western witchcraft, New Age, and older traditions, a witcher is a sorcerer working with nature, intention, and will. Complicated, right? Let's simplify. What unites medieval magicians and alchemists? Arab sages, Eastern mystics, Slavic sorcerers, shamans, and even modern Christian grandmas curing sore throats. They all have one thing in common. These are all contact types of witchcraft. They all, without exception, call upon spirits, jinns, sylphs, angels, saints, and countless others through their beliefs and traditions. Their magic essentially transfers energy indirectly or through offerings to the performer. Does it work? Yes, it does. Are there more drawbacks than benefits in such witchcraft? Let's look at some examples. Say there's a girl who wants to get rid of acne. She finds a spell online, reads it, and her acne and period vanish. She starts growing a beard and her voice deepens. Why? Because no one specified the terms, it's unclear which spirit will grant it, and magic often takes the path of least resistance. The final price is also unknown. In addition to her hormones being wrecked, there will also be an energy cost or something else. This is why stories of genies twisting wishes, demons tricking people into selling their soul, and other cautionary tales exist. The issue isn't magic itself, but that most who attempt it lack proper training and knowledge. This brings us back to witchcraft. It's much safer for beginners because unlike some Eastern practices, witchcraft teaches you to cast spells directly without intermediaries. Working with spirits involves establishing long-term contacts, avoiding overpayments, and inappropriate jokes. What's key in witch and witcher practice? Intention, will, and desire are forces that can change reality, bypassing cause and effect. To simplify further, these are real-life glitches. Understanding herbs, crystals, and their interactions combined with intent can create desired outcomes. Often you see idiots like Sorcerer Orpheus or Witch Natalia with Satan pictures. Simply put, ignorant fools. These morons have muddled all the terms in today's world. Many shamans call themselves mages, priests call themselves sorcerers, and so on. And those witches worship Baphomet or some other infernal entity. You witches were never his followers. Witches and witches have always been closely tied to nature and its powers. In short, most self-proclaimed magicians today follow medieval European practices with specific rules, symbols, and laws. Simply put, it's all watered-down high ritual magic. Strip away the pomp and it's just odd spirit summoning and contract spellcasting. It's all smoke and mirrors.
those calling themselves witches and invoking horned beasts. They have nothing to do with witchcraft. They're just Satanists contacting infernal entities. Often there was no hint of witchcraft or magic at all. They need antidepressants, a good therapist, and possibly long-term rehab, because you have to be really beaten down by life to try making a deal with something that wants to devour you and your soul. You roughly understand the state of the modern occult community and how many idiots inhabit it. Now that we grasp the traditions of witchcraft and how they differ from contract magic, we can proceed to actual practice. Everything needs its place, and our goal is natural altars. I released a short video on altars, link will be here somewhere. We need a stump or stone partially buried in the ground. I think you're overloaded with theory for today. No need to explain why it must be this way. Though if you're curious, comment below and I'll make a video on natural altars. For now, it's just a stump, but we need it as it connects to the underworld. Until lit and the ritual starts, it's just a stump you can sit on or place things on. This is perfectly fine and not disrespectful at all. Why am I bringing this up? Because some fanatics go overboard, avoiding everyday actions to not offend spirits. The level of nonsense online is bewildering to me. You're as much part of nature as everything around you. Animals pee on trees naturally, not out of disrespect. If you're not intentionally disrespectful, nothing bad will happen. It's important to have a sense of balance and critical thinking. Don't become fanatical. Now it's time to reveal our journey's purpose. Today, we'll perform a life harmonization ritual. You likely don't see spirits, feel energy, read probabilities, or have personal dragons. Harmonizing your environment is crucial. Luck, growth, and relationships are all energy. It's easier if you're young with typical problems. It's harder with adult responsibilities and limited time. That's why we need this harmonization ritual. The principle is quite simple. We need to replace negative energy with positive, creating a filter that transforms the not so good into something acceptable. It's worth noting, don't expect miracles. Magic won't do all the work for you. It provides opportunities, and your job is to seize them. Again, remember that you've likely been messing up your life for years. You can't change everything at once. You don't have the strength for that. So, what will harmonizing reality actually give you? Unnecessary people will smoothly or dramatically disappear from your life. You'll find strength to overcome crises, new job opportunities, or funds to retrain. For teens, these filters help avoid pointless conflicts and make life easier, so to speak. You'll be able to make useful connections and achieve your goals much more easily. To put it simply, it's like a buff for good luck. The power and spells will mainly flow to the subtlest areas. In other words, they'll target the weakest spots, closing gaps. Alright, let's begin. As novice witches and wizards, I don't recommend buying crystals, even cheap ones. Some viewers might not be able to afford them anyway. It's best to start practicing at a basic level. Just as we found the altar, we need to find a stone. It'll be the vessel for spells and a catalyst in our magic. Try to explore the ritual site and find your own stone. It's important, but not mandatory. You'll feel strongly that this stone is meant for you, as if it's calling out to you. Don't worry if it doesn't happen. It comes with experience. Just pick any stone that appeals to you.
You'll like it, but avoid big waves. This stone will be our talisman and you'll carry it with you. I brought my own stone, carved for this purpose. I picked it here when prepping the video, so it's all proper. Now we'll prepare everything needed on the altar. Unlike high or ceremonial magic, witchcraft allows more flexibility. I'll lay out my knives and crystals beside me. On the altar, I'll only put what's needed for the ritual. That's the mob twist, feather, button, and herbs. Everything else can be placed nearby. I put the crystal bag next to the knives. Now I'll open the herb bag and prep them for the ritual. Arrange things as you see fit, based on your goals. Again, witchcraft is more flexible in its practices. Now we must set an intention and voice our goal. This will help us focus on the work ahead. Today, through this ritual, I harmonize my life and attract luck by releasing all that is unnecessary. Now ask the spirits you work with to come and aid your craft. Focus your entire being on the purpose of the spell. Repeat it all to yourself once more. Envision the outcome you desire. Visualize it all in perfect action, as if it has already come to pass. You are abundant, healthy, all negativity vanished. You radiate from within. When ready, and it may take time to focus, some may need 10 minutes. When you feel prepared, begin the spell work. Beyond this point, there will be a voiceover. Spellcasting requires concentration. I now take the herbs and place them in my palms. Using intention's energy, I enchant herbs with local spirit for our ritual. Next, we light a bundle of herbs. Herbal smoke is often used in cleansing rituals. It essentially replaces standard incense. Now with smoke, we fumigate the altar thrice, then the object will enchant. This removes negative energy, helping us cast the spell better. We then hold our stone, visualizing all we need. We imagine everything we want from this ritual. It's best to say all this aloud too. This helps you focus on achieving the desired outcome. We place the object back, fumigating again to remove any lingering negativity. Finally, we cleanse our hands over the smoke. This way, we again rid ourselves of potential negative energies from unconscious thoughts. Ideally, one should learn to stop the internal dialogue completely. Now we take herbs again and ask spirits to strengthen our spell even more during this ritual. Then, we need to enter a light meditation, visualizing everything we need. The energy needs time to spread and for your ritual to take effect. You can use smoke periodically to cleanse the space of all negativity. Honestly, it also helps get rid of mosquitoes. They're extremely annoying creatures. We use the knife to cut away all that's unnecessary. Imagine all the bad things leaving. It's as if the lines connecting to it are being cut. Now ready, we smoke our hands to remove lingering negative energy and finish the ritual. We take our prepared bag of crystals or other talismans and untie it. We then take a stone, place it in the bag, and put it on the altar. Using smoke, We cleanse the bag and clap 3 times to complete the ritual cycle. At this point,
How's everyone doing? Congrats, young witches and warlocks, on your first spells. I suggest logging your experience in a diary to track how well your magic works. You can record your thoughts on a voice recorder. This also helps preserve your impressions and experiences in memory. Let's move to a cozier spot. Today you've gained knowledge and your first talisman, which is quite an achievement. I'd like to address those more familiar with the occult who might have questions about traditions and initiations. Naturally, being initiated into a tradition makes practicing witchcraft much easier. Results are clearer and growth is faster, but it comes with responsibilities. This is still beginner-level practical magic. In the future, I might cover self-initiation into witchcraft, but for now, beginners can learn basics from these short video guides and decide later if it's their path. Our next goal is 1,000 subscribers. Once reached, I'll create more interesting content on dark magic. For example, how to make a cursed doll. If this video gets 100 likes, I'll make a follow-up with a new ritual. Patrons will get bonus content on why stumps are used and how to make rituals more effective. Now, a bit about charging talismans. You can renew the enchantment monthly to strengthen your stone, or leave it in moonlight or sunlight for a day or more. But this method is less effective and short-lived. I'd recommend redoing the spell at least every few months. Future videos will cover other talisman charging methods, but those require more experience and skill. Let's wrap it up here for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like, subscribe, and join me on Boost, Patreon, and other platforms. Good luck, young wizards. Aha.